So today we're going to dive into a question that is so fundamental we almost never stop to think about it. How do we actually describe where something is, scientifically? It sounds so simple, right? But believe me, there's a fascinating kind of hidden science to getting that answer just right.
To get things started, let's play a game you probably know. Take a look at this. The question couldn't be simpler. Where's Waldo? I bet you're already scanning the image, looking for that classic red and white striped shirt.
But here's the twist. Let's say you spot him. Now what? How do you tell me where he is so I can find him too? You might point and say, oh, he's just over there. Or maybe he's kind of in the middle-ish. And that, right there, is where our real problem begins. You know what? Let's give this a name. Let's call it the Waldo problem. It's this challenge of going from just a vague feeling of where something is to a precise, a communicable location that someone else can actually use. And today, we're going to solve it together.
I mean, just think about the descriptions we use all the time. He's on the right side. Okay, but who's right? My right or your right? He's near the water. The whole scene is near the water. These phrases, they're just way too ambiguous. We need a better system.
So what's the secret? How do we fix this? Well, it turns out it all boils down to one single really powerful idea that unlocks our ability to be precise about, well, the location of anything.
And that key idea is what we call a reference point. Think of it like an anchor, right? It's our starting line for everything. It's the one fixed spot we both agree on. Honestly, without a shared reference point, any description of a location is basically useless.
And you know what? It's actually super simple in the real world. To find the glasses, you don't just say they're on the table. You say they're next to the mug. Boom. The mug is your reference point. To find the pencil, you might say it's 6 inches from the edge of the desk. The desk's edge, that's your new reference point. See how that works? It instantly adds clarity.
Okay, so we've got our secret weapon, the reference point. Now, let's build out the rest of what I like to call our Position Detectives Toolkit. These are the tools that are going to let us describe any location with some real precision.
All right, tool number 1. This is actually the one we use all the time, without even thinking about it. It's all about describing an object's position by simply comparing it to our anchor, our reference point.
I'm talking about words like near or far, above or below, left, right, over, under. These words tell us where something is in relation to something else. The glasses are near the mug. The picture is above the fireplace. Simple, right? But it's a huge step up from just saying, it's over there.
But hold on. There's a problem, right? My left might be your right if we're facing each other. So for that, we need something a little more universal. And that brings us to our second tool, cardinal directions.
Ah, the compass rose. This is such a brilliant invention. It gives us a shared set of directions that are exactly the same for everyone on the planet, no matter which way you're facing. Now this is a massive upgrade in precision.
It's pretty straightforward, right? North is always going to point you towards the North Pole. South, towards the South Pole. East is generally where the sun comes up, and west is where it goes down. All of a sudden, we have this fixed, agreed-upon framework for describing any direction.
All right, our toolkit is officially assembled. We've got our reference points, we've got our descriptive words. Now, let's head back to the scene of the crime and finally solve this Waldo problem once and for all. And we're back. That same crazy, chaotic beach scene. But things are different this time, aren't they? This time, we're not just looking. We are prepared. We are official position detectives on the case. Just look at the difference here. The vague description on the left, totally useless. But the specific one on the right, that one actually works. And why? It establishes a clear reference point, that red and white tent. Then, from there, it uses relative position to tell you exactly where to look. Now that is a description somebody can actually use. Problem solved. And you know, this whole idea of describing position, it's the bedrock for describing something even bigger. Motion. I mean, think about it. What even is motion? It's just a change in position over a period of time. You can't possibly track a moving car if you don't first know how to describe its position at any single moment. Okay, so at this point, you might be thinking, all right, that's a fun little puzzle, but so what? Why does this actually matter in the real world? Oh, it matters. Big time. This science of where is literally all around us, and it powers our modern world in ways you might not even realize. Seriously, this science is everywhere. Anytime you tell a friend how to get to your place, you're using reference points. That GPS on your phone, it's constantly calculating your position relative to satellites way up in space.
It's how air traffic controllers keep huge planes safely apart, how meteorologists track hurricanes, and yeah, it's how scientists navigate a rover on the surface of Mars from millions of miles away. It all comes back to these simple, fundamental ideas.
And that kind of leaves us with this one last, big, mind-bending question to chew on. We said a reference point has to be a fixed location, but is anything in the entire universe really fixed? The Earth is spinning like a top, our whole solar system is cruising through the galaxy, and our galaxy itself is hurtling through the cosmos. So the next time you pinpoint your location, it's worth asking yourself, relative to what?